I was going to be learning today. I'm looking at Lori and I'm like, write that down, write that down, write that down. What he said, what he said. Geez, I don't know how many years ago it's been. It's about 2 years now since I've seen this gentleman get up and speak to a jam-packed house. And I had heard about him for years, and I think what I like about this the most, and there's a few people that I can say this about. How many of you have ever heard about somebody and you thought that they did a phenomenal job, and then you meet that person and they're not who you thought they were? I mean, it happens, doesn't it? Let me just tell you what, Randy Bartlett is the real deal. What you see is what you get. So if you like him and he's up on stage, you're gonna love him. And if you're like, that guy's not for me, you ain't gonna like him at all. It's just the way that he is. He is the real deal. I was teasing with it earlier on coming out here, but really has just been a great source of inspiration to me as far as my performance. Somebody that I've wanted to meet for so very long, and now that we have gotten to meet each other over the last 2 years, is somebody that I do consider to be somebody that I just love very much and a very good friend. So, without any further ado, I'm going to hand the microphone over. Remember, you only get 15 minutes or you get the ding. Would you please put your hands together and welcome Randy Bartlett.
That's the right reaction. It's good. Let's do that again when I'm done. You know, like you, I gotta say first, it's gonna be tough because I have 15 minutes. And I can do 15 minutes without a verb, so this is gonna be tough. But like you, I came from tough times and rough times, and I got through a lot of this after meeting Lori, and I just wanted to...
I swear to God, I'm not kidding. He says to me after dinner the other night, he says, I love you, but you're going to have to tell her to keep her hands off me. He says, she was rubbing my leg through dinner the entire night. I almost had to pee, get up, walk away. Man, love you.
So, I'm going to try to give you two very quick things that you can take home and do right away. I think the most important parts of the day for any event that we do are the beginning and the end. I'm telling you, if you're mediocre in the middle, they won't remember if you slay them at the beginning and you slay them at the end. Now, you've got to be very good in the middle or they won't be there at the end. Right? So, you got to deliver a little bit. But the beginning is one of the toughest parts for most people. One of the things that I do is I critique DJs, and I actually really enjoy the heck out of it. They give me money and I go, you suck. And they say, thank you, here's some money. This is a great country. So, but one of the things that I do with the critique is you send me a video, I critique it. And I don't know if anybody believes me when I tell them, but I promise you this is how I critique a video. I put it in, I put it at the computer, and I begin to type. And I play and I stop. And I critique as I go, but I critique in advance. So, I will tell you, I'll listen to your opening words. 6 seconds in, I'm pretty good about knowing where we're going. And I'll stop and I will type, here's what I think you're going to say next. And if I'm wrong, if I were ever wrong, I would admit it. But I'm not, and I'm deadly accurate. So here's what we do. All of us fall into these same traps because we just have never had any real training. We fall into these same traps. And we come out and we welcome people at the beginning of the event, and you've all heard me complain about the ladies and gentlemen at this time. So why do I complain about that? I mean, those words, those aren't ding words, right? They're not so offensive. The problem is that it puts up this barrier. When you say, ladies and gentlemen, you're not really talking to anybody. Tony was just talking about talking to somebody directly. We say, ladies and gentlemen, like this, instead of saying, ladies and gentlemen, talking directly at them. If you did that, I'd be okay with it. But we don't. So we come out and we do this. This is the standard opening I see from everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the family's trunk, pouch, piles, whatever the hell we are. Did you see how I hurt my tongue stopping that? Somebody told me yesterday, I love when you try to do the bad version and you can't. I can't do the bad version. So if I can do this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fabulous trunk, pouch, flower. We're glad that you're all here with us today, and we blah, 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 blah. And then look around. Look at what you're all doing. You guys look like a bunch of Amish people at Best Buy right now. I don't know what he's doing. Right? But that's that's what the guests do. We don't know what the reaction is going to be. So here's what I want. You always have an objective, right? When you first get on the microphone, when you do anything, when you press play, you have an objective. We don't always meet the objective. But if we meet the objective, we need to know what it is so we know we got there. So my objective, when I come out the very first time on the microphone and say, hey, that's what we're doing. 150 people at a wedding, and we go, hey, we are now interrupting 100 different conversations at one time. Interrupting is rude. Hey, stop, listen to me. So it better be good. So then when we say, welcome to the blah, 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 here's what people do. Watch it, you can see it. Take video, watch your guests. They'll go. So anyway, I was saying, that's about how long you have to own the room. So when you welcome them to the, I've been here 3 days, I don't know where I am, which is normal for me. They didn't come to the fabulous Sheraton Hotel. What did they come to? Yeah, Tom and Susie's wedding, right? So how about we welcome them to that? So my objective is get everybody's attention, get them focused on what we're there for. What are we there for at a wedding? Why are we there? Why didn't they just go elope and buy a house instead? Thank God. It's a celebration. It's a life cycle event. It's a big deal. This is not a party. It's a celebration of a really big, important moment. So let's bring that into play. So you talk about cheap applause lines. How about a good applause line? A good applause line that works roughly 100% of the time. I promise if you do this and it doesn't work, you suck. Okay. Was that too direct? So it's you. I'm telling you it's you. I know this because I've done it bad, and I walk back over to my DJ and go, suck, didn't I? I'm like, yep, you did. So don't ever tell anybody I do this sometimes. But here's how it works. You walk out and you go, good evening. If you guys are all talking, talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. And you would naturally, if I go, good evening. Did you see that? Did you feel it? It didn't go all the way down. It dipped. Did you hear it? So the decibel levels here said, good evening, you did this. But if I wait till it goes to 0, it's never going to happen. It's just a quick little dip. So if you catch that, Marcello was talking about timing, this is all timing. Talk amongst yourselves. Give me a natural reaction. Talk amongst yourselves. Good evening. Welcome to Susie and Johnny's wedding reception. Now, let's do this. Did it work? Did I get applause? Okay. Did I get the right amount of applause? No, I'd say that was pretty weak because you guys suck. I was good, you were not. But that happens. I'll give you a simple little one. I would be okay with that. By the way, I would never tell people to make more noise. I think that's an insult. Come on, make more noise. It's all you guys, you guys are stupid. See, I can tell you guys you suck. Because you're used to hearing them through the grapes, so a little humility goes a long way here, right? But if I did that and I didn't get a great reaction, I might do something like this. I'm going to go, you know what? When I said, welcome to Susie and Johnny's reception, I was actually expecting you all to scream and cheer and go wild, because I know you're all here for the celebration. But what probably happened was, I didn't deliver the line very well. I feel bad. So I'm not sure at this point if it's me or you, probably me. But I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to hope that it's me. So let's see if it does any better this time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Susie and Johnny's wedding reception. I couldn't tell you how grateful I am to find out it was my mistake, because it's much easier to fix me than all of you. So glad you're all here tonight. And what I just did is, what was my objective at the beginning? Focus them, get them excited about the event. Did I do that? Do I have their attention? When I talk later, will they listen to me now? And did I do the over-the-top screaming, yelling, monkey? It's the same things that you say all the time. Now, the next thing you say better be really, really good. Because you got it. You interrupt and they go, okay, I stopped talking to this person, I'm listening to you. What do you got for me now, music boy? So, and what you hear DJs go is, okay, in a little while, they're going to be arriving, and the bathrooms are over there, and it's like, oh my God, really? And they're going to go, never listen to him again, because he's bothersome. So give them something that matters. If I have to do an announcement early, I usually have my DJ do it. I don't do it. Like, sorry, I'm going to throw you under the bus, you got to do this one. I want them to listen to me. So when we come out later, I want that announcement to be big, because the next thing out of my mouth after I say welcome to their wedding reception, I will introduce myself, which I think is important so they know who's talking, but here's my introduction. This is complicated and long. My name is Randy. I'm going to be your master of ceremonies. You guys want me to repeat that? Are you okay? You got it? That's it. Not Randy Bartlett, not from Premier Entertainment. For people serious about having fun, find us on the web at www.premierentertainment.com. Like, everything you say after your name, even your last name, is difficult, right? It's too much to remember. So, hi, I'm Randy, I'm your master of ceremonies this evening. That's all they get, and now the next thing better be good. Tonight is going to be so much fun. You're going to be talking about this wedding for years. Before I bring the wedding party in, I'm so excited to introduce right over here. This is Tommy's parents, Steve and Sue Martin, who have been married for 53 years. By the way, here's a great example. Did I say clap? No. But you guys didn't clap right away, did you? Right? But then you did. Why? It's magical. Now, I just trained you. That means for any time for the rest of the night, if I want you to clap, all I have to do is go. And I don't have to say, come on, put your hands together. Which is just, put your hands together. Let it get apart. Put them together. Just the stuff that we come to. So that's, your beginning has to have a point. So here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. How about you want to talk? We got 20 minutes left? So, here's what you do at your next event. You challenge yourself to do this. In the first 5 seconds, get everybody's attention without doing anything other than saying, welcome to the event. Not the location, but to the event. And generate an applause from that. That's step one. Now, understand 150 people are going, all right, you got one shot. Think about what you're going to say and make it really good. Practice it. What? Rehearse? Yeah. That's why we get $25 an hour, because we rehearse. We get the big bucks. But, well, not Sean, I understand. But
27.
The other people. So start with that. Now, if you'll do that, when you say after dinner, and how do I get it? It's very regional. You guys have dinner, I think they eat like midnight here or something. Like, we walk in and give them plates as they come in the door in Sacramento. So after dinner, we have to really regather their attention. You know how I refocus everybody after dinner? Again, really complicated. I step out on the floor and I'll say something like, everybody enjoy their dinner? Yes? Why did I say yes and do this? Because then they respond. Because I trained them earlier. Remember? There's a piece of fish. So we train them. So now I have them for the whole day. So that's your opening. So challenge yourself. Do that at the very beginning. Make it work. And I'm telling you, you'll be able to go, oh my God, people clap, cheer, laugh, do whatever I want them to do. It's like magic. Now, then you're on your own for the next 4 hours. Figure something out. At the end, you got to give them something to have them leave. I was talking to Peg last night about at Mike's wedding, and she said her one complaint. Well, she said there were a lot, but she said I could only use one here. No, she said she had one complaint from your wedding, and it was, I wish it would have gone on longer. The greatest complaint in the world, right? And we're talking about, if you do the ending right, you should get a lot of complaints like that. You should have everybody go, you get the bride and groom go, come on, can't we just go longer? Well, the reason they want to go longer is because we made this ending incredible. So how are you going to make the ending incredible? I've been showing this trick for a long time. It astounds me and actually pleases me that not very many people do it, especially in my market. But this is an easy thing to do. I record, this is what I was doing sitting over here. I record everything. If somebody has my microphone, I'm recording. So when you guys have seen like on my DVDs where I have the groom come in and do a welcoming at the beginning, there's a reason for that. What the groom says at the beginning, think about, I'm going to say opening words, but think about if you heard these words at the end of the night. The groom comes in and he says, wow, Susie and I want to thank all of you for coming out to celebrate with us today. This means the world to us. How good would that sound at the end of the night? Why can't we have it at the end of the night? We can. We have recordings. It's brand new technology. I used to do this on cassettes. It's easier now. So we take those and then we drop them in. Now, those of you who know me know I am not a technological dude. I mean, anything, I'm just baffled by anything that plugs in. So, me, all by myself, without my assistant today, did this little mix. I'm going to show you two mixes here. First, we're going to play first the one that says live mix, which is not really. This is from a wedding that we did. This is actually on the DVD. So this is the end of the night. We gathered everybody together. It's a surprise to the bride and groom. And as they are gathered around for the final dance, and I say final dance, we almost always end with something real high energy, right? But just before that, this.
Our love is unconditional. We knew it for...
How'd you like it? It's hoping to go a little longer than that. That's perfect.
Air horn, air horn, air horn.
Let's try the loud version, which is the one that says Corey. Now this got your name on it, so the first one I'll take responsibility for, but this one says Corey.
Something very strange happened to me.
Are we done?
Should have used my
Hi-oh.
You guys, I promise if you hang with us, you're going to be impressed. Hang with us. We're going to go over 2 or 3 minutes here.
So this is what I recorded earlier from today. It was longer than that, I think. Oh, space bar.
Thank you.
Believe it or not, that wasn't cool with me. There's nothing. Something very strange happened to me. I mean, I was a nervous wreck. Believe it or not, that wasn't cool with me. There's nothing no superior performance. Jack, turn me up. Okay? Good. How that? What do you guys mean by you guys introduce? Talk about myself. Short, bald, kind of in shape. Say I'm an extra medium. Other than the bride and groom, you are perceived as the coolest person in the room. Congratulations, you guys. Great job for being here. It took me 16 years to get here.
So I did that to show it doesn't just have to be for a wedding. We do it for weddings all the time. We do it for corporate events when the corporate guy gets up at the beginning. By the way, we can edit this any way we want, right? So when the corporate guy stands up and says, "You ever had this? All right, I want to make sure everybody tonight, don't party too hard, and we've got early warning. I want you to work hard." Well, when I play it back, it goes, "Party hard, party hard." Like, you heard the box? Am I doing? So you can have a lot of fun with that. I don't know why we didn't. I really threw myself under the bus and said, all by myself. I have a person that does that for me.
It's very different here than anywhere else. There's something about this room.
That's why I didn't bring one of these pointy things that you guys have, because I don't use those. But I just use Full Edit Pro, edit the bows, and then I drop them in. Vows, toast, blessing, anything that they say earlier, and I drop them in. I can drop the vocals out, I can create a loop here. In fact, this is great. Shani made for me a really cool remix.
That you didn't use?
That I did not use.
That I worked hard on?
I did. It was coming right after Corey cut it off.
score is 2. Oh, you're done!
All right, so all of those tools are available on our DVDs. By the way, can I do a quick plug here?
You sure can. And also, I brought something for you to give away. If there's anybody here that has not seen Randy perform before and has not heard of his 1% solution, this is probably this is without a doubt the best thing that I have ever purchased. Some of the stuff that we buy at these conventions and different places is crap. It's just junk. He did charge me before we were friends. And then he charged me double once he got to know me. Anyhow, this is volume 1. Is there anybody here that this is the first time that they've seen Randy and they do not have volume 1 of 1% Solution? I have it right here if you want it. I got it. You got it.
All right, so here's the plug I want to do, which is it's a little bit about my stuff, but it's about other things. Every once in a while, I come to conventions and I hear somebody do what I heard somebody yesterday describe as the cheap applause line, which is in the seminar, they go, I don't even have anything to sell. And people go, yeah. I would tell you this. If you're listening to somebody who has told you everything they know about a subject in 60 minutes, they're not an expert. Right? Amen. And if they've not told you everything in 60 minutes, then one of two things is true. Either they're holding out on you and they're a douche.
Seminar's over, actually.
Oh, good. So I would have said dirtbag, but I noticed that word gets used here a lot more. So they're a dirtbag. If they're holding out, they're not giving it to you. So I had a problem with that. Or they've told you everything that they do know in 60 minutes, in which case they don't know very much. So when I go see any speaker, I'm always going, did he give me as much content as he possibly could have in the time allotted? That's step number 1. If he did all of that, and then if there's more information that's useful, then I go with that. So I have in my library, as Steve said, I have a ton of things in my library. Some of them are awesome, some of them not so much. But one of the most powerful tools that I own in my library is this DVD set I bought a few years ago from a horrible, awful DJ who's from around here somewhere. And he may be in the room, so I'm not going to mention his name because he probably kicked my butt. But why is it a great tool? I literally use it in sales meetings when people say, I don't want a DJ who talks too much. And I go, let me see, are you talking about something like this? And I show a video of him showing us how to do a toast. I'm not going to tell you what it's called. It's how to do a toast. So if you look on the how to do a toast, you will see this. And the guy goes, now, it wouldn't be the kind of good wedding reception if we couldn't have a toast. You'll notice in front of each and every one of you, there is a champagne glass. I want you to raise that champagne glass in the hand that you drink by. And please rise with me. Let us rise up. Except for the bride and groom, they are the guest of honor. I mean, the whole thing is done like that. And I show them to the bride and groom, and they're like, oh my God, it's horrible. Let me show you what I would do. I would say, now to offer the next toast, here's our best man, Joe. They go, can I do that? Yeah. Sign here. Done. Right? How much I spent on that DVD set was like $150. You know how much money I've made off of that? I've made a fortune off of that. So don't be so afraid to invest a little bit in stuff that's really good. I obviously have a dog in this fight because I've got DVDs to sell, but I'm just a big believer in that. And there's very few things that I've ever bought that I didn't get my money's worth, even the really crappy stuff, because everybody in this room and every piece of product you buy has use. You can always be used as a bad example. Some of you have made it into my videos as good and bad examples, so some of you are stars. So thank you very much for having me here. Thanks, Cole, I appreciate it. So sorry to speak with you.
Folks, one more time for all of our all-stars up here, for all of the all-stars that are in the room with us right now, you guys. If anybody would be like to be on the panel next year, I start picking them right after today. So I'm going to get home on Monday morning, there's going to be emails, there's going to be Facebooks, and I start picking people. Send it to me. Love to have you guys.